Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. It's your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief APGAINS here. It's going to be a weird video today because APGAINS is not going to be a bumbling idiot. I'm actually going to try and be constructive today. I realize that I talk often about things that I wish were better, things that I don't necessarily like about the game, as well as things that I enjoy, but I think it's time that we finally decide to step down and be, constructive. Now, of course, I have been constructive off the air in my dealings with people in the know, and I'm fighting the good fight, I can promise you that. But I think it's a good point to bring to light the issues that I like to raise, and that other people that I know like to raise, and how we can make this game better. Because I feel like a lot is lost in translation between people like me, other people who make YouTube videos or Twitch stream or whatever, and capital games themselves. Now, what are things that we don't necessarily like about the game? If I were to just create an AI bot to take every single comment about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and put them all and condense it into one thing, it would be Conquest is boring and a lot of characters are overpowered and stuff's expensive. I feel like those are the three main concerns that players face these days in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Conquest, we've beaten it over the head. I think it's fairly obvious that the grindy feats need to not be so grindy. I've offered suggestions like, feats that come every 24 hours. So, if you get hard capped by the red crate, you wait 24 hours and maybe they implement a feat that takes just enough energy to where you can't do it in a normal 24 hours and requires a refresh. Therefore, they can capitalize on some of that crystal that you would have to spend, and therefore, it drives down the crystal market, increasing revenue, but also gives players the opportunity to stay competitive with selective crystal purchases for refreshes. So like instead of 14 feats with bounty hunters, it's whatever just enough to be too much would be. So like 6 feats, 6 battles with Old Republic, or anything, bounty hunters, night sisters, whatever, something that people can do, but it rotates every 24 hours. So people can apply that 50 crystal refresh, drive down crystal prices, or drive down crystal stockpiles, increase revenue, but also give players a chance to actually max out that crate if there's feats that they physically cannot do. Because if they physically can't do a feat and they're hard locked out of red crate, I feel like that's missed revenue for capital games, because therefore they can't capitalize. Every time I say capitalize while talking about this game, I laugh. But that's how I would fix one quick fix for Conquest. But we don't need to talk about Conquest because it's such old news at this point. What's really on the top of people's minds is balance, nerfing characters, reworking characters, adding new characters that are overpowered, and stuff like that. So how can we be constructive? What would I do as someone who has zero game development experience ever and generally am a fucking dumbass? What would I do? Well, I think characters, this is okay. So this is actually I'm going to go against you guys real quick to try and bring it back around, see if we end up on the same page. Stick with me here. Let me know after I finish doing this mental gymnastics in the comment section if I kind of touch base with you guys here a little bit. I actually like that Galactic Legends are more powerful with Conquest characters as a free-to-play player. Now, hear me out. The reason is, as a free-to-play player, I can't get Galactic Legends right off the bat. And if Galactic Legends are super broken by themselves, then that Squad Arena GAC meta is kind of messed up for me for a long time until I can figure it out. But I find that when new Galactic Legends are implemented, they're oftentimes counterable, right? They're oftentimes counterable by stuff that already exists until that Conquest character comes out. And I find that actually very beneficial because it allows us time to catch back up to the meta. So, we don't get the Lord Vaders, but by the time that Maul comes out, maybe we have an older Galactic Legend like Kenobi or JML or C or whatever, and then we can be a little bit more competitive. And then eventually, like if let's say with Kenobi, we kind of suffer against Lord Vader, Maul, but then we unlock Cat and we can kind of catch back up. And then another Galactic Legend comes out, and it's not exactly the most overpowered thing. We can struggle against it a little bit, and then we can catch back up to that Lord Vader. So we're always a step behind, but it's not game breaking for a long time as a free to play player. Now, I understand that a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, and they don't think that the Conquest character should be necessary because you know, one, you have money, one, you have time, and I agree that Conquest is not necessarily the best way to implement those characters. I actually don't have a recommendation for switching up how to implement those characters, unfortunately, at the moment. But I'll come back to you if I think of anything, and I'll talk to Capital Games if I come up with anything, and they obviously won't listen to me because I'm just an idiot. But so I actually, not the method, but the idea around those bonus characters helping Galactic Legends, I'm very much for. The thing I don't like is stuff like Executor or those finished products where they're unbeatable. Where when Executor first came out, we could kind of beat it with some Rebels, kind of beat it with some Malevolence, but then they said no. And I feel like that puts the balance of game modes that the only reason people play is GAC. And, the only reason people can stay competitive if they don't spend much money is arena stuff, like Fleet Arena, Squad Arena, where they can get free-to-play crystals. Sorry, my dog is crying, and she's trying to eat my feet, so I'm a little bit distracted right now. So drop a comment for Danger, the Coruscant Underworld Police's attack dog. Hi, puppy. Are you okay? Okay, I think she wants to go to the bathroom, so I'll wrap up this video in the next 2 minutes. What was I saying? I completely forgot oh yeah, characters that are just kind of unbeatable. Oh my god, dog. I don't think it's a very good idea to have things that are completely unbeatable. I think that kind of takes the fun out of the game. I understand from a monetization standpoint that players, like when GLs first came out, GLs exist for the sole fact that really, really pay-to-win players who spent a lot of money wanted a way to distinguish themselves from the free-to-play players permanently, right? They didn't. Oh, I'm sorry, puppy. They didn't want. They didn't want free-to-play players being able to even compete with them, and that's kind of where Executor lands. And I don't think that's good from a game balance perspective. I think the GL plus Conquest character. Okay, I'm gonna take the dog out real quick. I'll see you. This is just gonna be a shorter video. Thanks you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you, and I'll see you later. All right, I know surprising, APGAINS is actually editing a video. It's 2 separate clips in one. Surprising, I know, it's ridiculous. Update, my dog didn't have to go to the bathroom. She was whining because she heard a squirrel. The squirrel is no longer there, and she is very disappointed that there is no squirrel. God. If any of you guys have been on a stream or seen any videos of Danger, she is not the brightest puppy in the world, but she sure is cute. I just want to say thank you guys for everything, the support. I have no idea what point I was making previously in the video. I'll probably just end up falling asleep. It's the middle of the night right now on Sunday. I don't know if this video will ever see the light of day. Comment it saw the light of day if it does see the light of day. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you later.